Hi, I'm Esther Jones and I'm a HypnoBirthing practitioner, and I've been helping couples prepare for birth since 2007. And in this video today I'm going to talk about the birth partner and why they're so important during labour. What I've noticed over the years is that the birth partner often doesn't even understand their importance, and this is particularly so in the case of fathers. And I always find it quite moving in my classes when they realise what childbirth really is about and how they've actually got a really unique role to play in it. And of course it's incredibly reassuring for the mother when she sees that her partner really gets it and that she's going to be well accompanied during labour. So why is the birth partner so important? Well, in order to understand this, we really need to understand the hormones of birth. So during birth we produce this powerful cocktail of hormones, and one of the most important of these hormones is oxytocin. So oxytocin doesn't just keep the muscles of the uterus contracting and keeps labour flowing, but it also gives us a warm feeling of well-being. It makes us feel good. But the thing about oxytocin is that it only comes out when conditions are just right. So it's also the hormone most associated with sex and with breastfeeding. So it's an intimate hormone. It's sometimes described even as the shy hormone. So it likes low lights, few distractions, soft voices, gentle touch. Most of all, to produce oxytocin, we have to feel protected and safe. And so this is where the partner comes in. So one of the birth partner's most important roles during labour, and this is particularly if the labour is in a hospital setting, is to make sure that the mother's environment is conducive to her producing lots of oxytocin. So this means that there may be some practical things they have to do, like make sure the lights are turned down, ask people to be as quiet as possible. But it also means that they have to take care of how they're interacting with the mother. So their presence must make her feel calm and safe. And this doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be doing something all the time. In fact, often in labour for the birth partner, there may be hours even where they don't actually have to do anything, except be a calm and reassuring presence for the mother. So when the birth companion is anxious or worried, they produce adrenaline. So in the birthing room, the presence of adrenaline signals to the mother that all is not safe and that all is not well. And adrenaline and oxytocin are antagonistic, so they can't be produced together. And this is very important. So if the mother starts to feel less calm, doesn't feel safe, feels a bit anxious and begins to produce adrenaline, her labour is very likely to slow down and become much more difficult. So how can a birth partner really make a positive impact on labour? Well, by being calm, by staying present and connected, and by understanding that sometimes nothing needs to be done or fixed, and that their job is simply to hold the space calmly and confidently. And it can be helpful for them to imagine that the woman in labour needs to be inside a bubble of oxytocin, and that their role as partner is to help her stay there by protecting the space around her and keeping it adrenaline free. And it's interesting that many partners find the hospital environment a little bit difficult, as though their roles were being replaced by machines and doctors and midwives. But in fact, their calm, soothing presence is even more important in hospital, where things may well feel less familiar and potentially there are a lot more distractions. So one of the most important ways a birth partner can prepare for childbirth is by working through any worries or fears that they may have of their own. And it is really common for partners to have anxiety around childbirth and around their role in childbirth. They can also be learning ways to stay relaxed, such as breathing techniques, mindfulness techniques, things that they can call on during labour if they begin to feel anxious, so that they can find their calm space again. And there are lots of studies that show how a calm and prepared birth partner really contributes to a positive birth outcome. So if you're the mother, make sure that your birth partner is aware of how important they can be for you. The calmer and more prepared that they are, the more likely they'll be to keep the birthing room adrenaline free. So if you've enjoyed this video, please join me for the next one, and do share any thoughts or questions in the comments below. And also you can join me for a free live HypnoBirthing relaxation session every Thursday, and you'll find the details below. Thank you.